Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. This is our vlog from Sema Show 2010, and this is for the last day. And as you can see, I am not at the Sema Show, nor am I in the hotel room. This actually happens to be the kitchen we normally shoot out of, because it's after the Sema Show, but we're doing the vlog because the last day of Sema was a very, very long day, because that's the day, of course, where you are packing up and leaving your hotel. And since we were staying at the Wyndham, which is more of a condo slash town, well, actually not a townhouse, more like a condo or timeshare, and we were able to leave things all around, all over the place the entire time. It means we had to clean everything up and get down and out of the place. Or, you know, if you're in for your hotel, you've got to pack. But the last day for us is typically reserved for last minute things. A Sema Show daily, which we could not find for the last day, unfortunately. But also our photos, videos, any last minute interviews, anything we haven't already done, it's our chance to do it. So now here's part of it is we usually save it. I know you're thinking, why do you save it for the last day? Is because the beginning of the show, well, we had press conferences, but there are so many people walking around that it's difficult to go ahead and take your pictures. Yes, I know sometimes, and we've never done this. I know you can request a pass and come in really early in the morning, like at 6 a.m. before everybody's there, and go in and take photographs, which actually maybe we might want to do something like that in the future years. Although it's that getting up really early part.
We don't, after you spent till 4 or 5 in the morning processing video, you don't get up.
Well, yeah, because that's part of it. Is we've got a full day at the Sema Show. There's evening events, and also during the evening we are downloading, we're processing, and we are uploading. Unfortunately, this year the press room broadband or wireless was not as fast, and then in our room it was not as fast. We're still able to access email, but
well, other people were stealing our broadband.
I know. Well, and part of it is because we're doing 3D video. We're working with larger files in high def, and so part of it is because the files are sized. So we understand that, but the photos, the videos. And so, you know, at the last minute, take pictures of all the really cool cars that you saw, interviews. We did it's Go Ahead Pro or GoPro.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a company we've been following for several years, and what they make are high def cameras that are about this big, and we see them at the different trade shows, whether it's NAB or CES or SEMA, because at SEMA they're used for race cars because it's for extreme, filming. So you put it on race cars and you shoot while you're filming, or you put it on your helmet and you go skydiving, that type of thing. But this year they came out with 3D. Yes, they mounted two together in a casing. So we went ahead and interviewed them, and so we've got an interview with them coming up. Also, I dropped by Pilotti, P-I-L-O-T-T, T-I, 2 T's or 1 T, shoes. And these are racing shoes that the drivers use that are really kind of cool. Oh, also, you know what? Part of it was going to the new exhibits booth, or the new products booth, which actually was larger this year than I remember it before, and it is always one of the highlights to go ahead and take a look at, because this is kind of like your cliff notes as to the products that are all new. I don't know exactly the parameters for submitting it, but they call them new products. So you can see all the things that are new, unique, and it's a real easy way to go ahead and look at and see what the companies have. And SEMA also has their best in show winners and all of that type of stuff. So we utilize the information from that into a SEMA buying guide.
And we've done it on video, and you're going to see a written version of that buying guide with pictures, which you can't show. We have a fixed focal length on our 3D lens, so we can't zoom in and out to get the pictures off the camera.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really, there were some really, really cool products that I think that you'll enjoy, so stay tuned for that, whether you're following it written or video. Oh, and
we also did a 360 of the automobiles in front of the SEMA building, which should be unique because that was like a 3 to 4 minute walk through the cars with a 360 camera.
Oh, that's true, and that is like, literally, if you're walking through everything that's going on around you. Actually, that's really kind of cool.
It will be put up in the donut in two forms. It's going to be put up in the donut in 2D and in the donut in 3D. We've had the first 360 ever done by a 3D.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things is what we did this year at Sema show was really unique in that we shot the entire show in 3D.
Everything.
Yes, we did photos too, but we shot for video, everything's in 3D. I know.
But some of the photos are in 3D. So you get to see on our Sema page 3D photos of the Sema show also.
Yeah, and this year, the last day, we always saved it for the last day because it's easier to maneuver and take the pictures. But
Yeah.
this year, I cannot believe how many people were still there because the press room closed at 2. I think the exhibits closed at 3.
Yep.
But we were still there afternoon, and there were still an awful lot of people there. Because we've seen before, like the day before, Thursday, people, they're pulling out cars. And
Well, they were still doing drifting stuff over in the drifting
Yeah.
area, which is not done on the last day.
Yeah. So there's always more things going on. And here's the crazy part is, on a trade show, it's like we were busy the entire time. And you're sitting there going, what in the world did we do? It's like, we were busy working the entire time. And I guess part of it is that the 3D processing takes a little bit longer. But we always manage to have fun.
But honestly, the last day of the show is the only day we actually really get to see the show.
Well, I never did see, what was it, North Hall?
I know, she didn't get there because she never made it. I do every inch of the trade show floor on the last day, which takes hours. But
It does, because on some of those halls, it takes you almost 15 minutes to walk from the front to the back of the fall.
we never see the back of the halls if we're
Yeah.
doing things. The only time I ever see it is the last day.
Because there is an awful lot to see. Now, one of the things that I didn't do that I wanted to, although I did start it, I waited in line, but it takes always a little bit longer. And I always feel like this is personal time.
But she waited too long.
But I waited too long. I should have done it the other days, but we were so wrapped up in what we needed to do.
No, she was wrapped up in her
Interviews.
cell phone is what it was.
Oh, that didn't
That
help
the
either.
cell phone took hours every day away from her.
Ugh.
Yeah, because she's having my cell phone, because I hate cell phones, is not a smartphone. Hers was a smartphone, which means it's called all hell trying to do your business on my phone.
Well, yeah, and so much trying to do Twitters every day from the show. Yes, you can do it for the press room, but it's a whole lot easier doing it from your cell phone. Okay. So, we started that for the first few days with highlights and things, but okay, after I lost my cell phone, that kind of didn't work out quite as well. So this year, now I've got a new cell phone. It's an Android, and I'm searching for a case with a lanyard because I know this sounds crazy, is I keep a lanyard on my cell phone because when you're at trade shows and you're busy, I lasso it around me and then stick it in a pocket.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I managed. Well, that's how I typically have managed to keep my cell phone.
Yeah.
But this year it wasn't quite the same. But here's the great part is because Sema is in Las Vegas, and we're packed all the way up to go back to LA, that there's some actually side trips that you can make along the way. Of course, seeing the strip as everybody loves to. We didn't see any shows. We didn't go to any buffets or anything.
No, this is the first time we didn't go.
Yeah.
Traditionally, SEMA, we always go because we're there early. We go over to a really great little buffet, and we have. They go out of their way to make food. It's a smaller buffet, but they'll custom make almost anything you want in it.
Should we even tell them what it is?
Well, actually,
I suppose.
it's the TI.
The TI buffet. Actually, we love that one because the pricing is pretty reasonable. But it is because they custom make things, and it's a nice decorated food. It's
Which
really
I
good.
find amazing. A buffet where they'll custom make the items.
The other one we had tried recently that I liked. was-
Aria,
Yes.
which has got the most beautiful sea bass you'll ever want.
I think it was because they had all that sea bass, which I love.
I know. We tended to go heavy on that because it melted in your mouth.
Oh, it was so good. But the side trips, of course, were Hoover Dam. There's also Red Rock Canyon. This time, because the bridge for the Hoover Dam was there, we wanted to drop by there and take some pictures in the afternoon. We had tried before up above.
We ran out of sun,
Well, and then the other part is it didn't help that I left my camera in the press room.
which that's a problem. So, but we still we did do from up above, and we did from the dam itself. We even did Ocam from the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, we did. So we did shoot from up above and then also down from below. And we were trying to capture the Hoover Dam at sunset, and it's a bit trickier than we would have thought because of the position of the dam to the mountains to the sun, because we either had really bright sun
or no sun.
Yeah.
We got some magnificent looking 3D stuff away from the sun, though. I mean, the colors are unbelievable.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. And that's literally, what, 30 miles out of Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's a trip that everybody can make. It might be a pain in the ass to go through their security thing, but they don't want anybody on Hoover Dam that might be a danger.
Yeah, and I know somebody had said that they thought the traffic was bad. If you go during the week, we had no problems with traffic.
No, there was no backup because basically the only traffic you have now in that area is just tourist traffic. Here would tip people off. To get to the walkway along Hoover Dam, on the bridge, you have to go through Hoover Dam's checkpoint.
Yeah, which was what we learned the first time after
we had to turn around.
Because if you miss the exit, it's
because you drive along, you see the people walking alongside the bridge, and how in the world do you get there? Well, you have to go where, we tell the people to, you have to go to where it says turn off to Hoover Dam. And before you get to Hoover Dam itself, there's a pull-off where you can pull your vehicles in or park alongside the road and walk up the weird-looking walkway. We get your exercise, and the dam, I think, is like a mile long.
Oh, well,
the bridge is about a mile long.
But here's the other tip is you do cross a time zone. Yeah. So when you leave Las Vegas and you think you're on Pacific Standard Time, and you think, oh, the last tour for the dam is at 3:15.
Yeah.
It could be a different time zone.
Yeah, and when you cross the dam or the bridge, you're crossing from one state into another state too. You got time zone changes, state changes. So
yeah,
it was an interesting trip for it. We were there for hours shooting.
Yeah, but we also discovered on the way back that there is a space where they were doing lots of off-roading.
Oh, yeah.
And off-roading was really popular because they had the NHRA races. One of the things is that Sema is during the week, and on each weekend prior and afterwards, there's always auto events going on, which is always a lot of fun. There was also, I think, the Las Vegas Food and Wine Festival. Oh! The Las Vegas Food and Wine Festival.
I know, we didn't have the time.
I forgot about that.
We didn't have
but
any
I could have told the other people that were going over there that.
Yeah, but
they
were all the same like us. It was mainly to get done with your day so you could go get something to eat. Most depressed people were starving.
Yeah. It was.
So it's got.
We passed up many parties because we wanted to go eat.
Well, we had basically we did eat half-pound hamburgers in our place though. Yeah. That's how hungry we were.
You were hungry. I know. It sounds so crazy, but anyway, there's a lot of things going on. And I know, I kept talking on for the end. This is the last day of Sema Vlog. But every year we look forward to going back to Sema. It's one of our favorite shows. If you have any questions regarding any of it, feel free to email us, text us, all of that stuff. But meanwhile, check out our interviews. So for now, this is not a spring check. This is Sema Vlog wrap up.